Good afternoon, coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams again, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a new startup company based in Austin, Texas, where we have used technology to create a platform to help student athletes connect with other student athletes as they build their network, to help student athletes during the recruiting process as they're connecting with college coaches, and more importantly, helping student athletes transition successfully from high school to college and then either to the pro game or into their career based on what their major was. We have another top prospect on the podcast today. I've got to know this kid from a mutual friend, Coach Johnson. Jonathan J.P. Foreman is a class of 21 linebacker, plays both inside and outside. He's at Houston Heights High School. He's 6 foot, 215 pounds, strong GPA of 2.9. He was first team all district and the district defensive MVP. Jonathan, JP, how you doing?
Good, good. Thank you for having me today. How
No,
are
thank
you?
you for coming on and telling your story. So let's jump right into it here. We are starting to reopen from COVID-19. Tell these coaches what you've been doing to stay in shape for the upcoming season.
To stay in shape for the upcoming season, I've been working with Coach Stephon Johnson. He's been helping me improve my game. He's been having me do flexibility work, speed work, and power. He's helped me build my speed up more so I can come off the edges harder. He's also helped me do defense work. There it is. Defensive
Mm-hmm.
work with the O lineman. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you play both inside and outside. I'm a former linebacker myself, so I got much love for linebackers. But tell us, do you prefer the inside or playing outside, or do you not care what position you play?
Personally, I love outside because I just like doing the moves and helping like defensive, offense, not defense, the defensive line with their thing, and also like making the quarterback feel uncomfortable. So yeah,
Okay. And then I've seen you rush the edge, and we'll watch your video here in a second. But you come off the edge, you got a great motor, you got a great first step. Tell me a little bit about the different pass rush moves that you use when you're rushing the quarterback.
I love to do the swat and swim,
Okay.
mostly because with the offensive linemen they use their hands in high school. They don't really use their feet as well, so they use their hands. So when you use your hands, that's all your momentum. So all the momentum is coming towards me. All I have to do is just swat their hands.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's great. So you understand the importance that pass rush is more than about a motor. It's technique, especially when you
Yes,
go up
sir.
against really good offensive linemen, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, great. Well, let's give these coaches a view in case they haven't seen your huddle video. I'm going to bring up your video and just do some play-by-play for us and tell us what you were thinking and the situation, who you're playing in the video. Let me know when you can see the screen here. Boom. Share my screen. All right, JP, can you see that?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play and just kind of walk us through some of these great plays.
This game was against West Side. I just had to drop back and boom, made a good hit. I could have read it better. This game was against Sam Houston. We had called arrow drop, drop back. I also happened to look to my left. Boom, there he was.
Okay.
Seven Lakes. What happened in this play? Quarterback run. Just watching the quarterback, filling the hole. This is also against Seven Lakes. Edge rush. I remember this. My favorite move. This is my favorite move.
Yeah, and
Got there
cause a
just in
turnover.
time. Yes, sir. Got there just in time. He ran the ball. He's so slow. This game was against Seven Lakes. We had got offsides, so that frustrated me. But then, let's say finish through the whistle.
That's it.
So I
Put it
had
to
to
the
do
whistle.
that. This game was against Bel Air, just to show I could hit big bodies too, not all just little bodies. Show some
Well,
power.
JP, that I mean, overlooked that. That's important as a linebacker, as you know, is be able to take on, get rid of blocks, and go make plays. And that was a great example right there.
This play was Memorial playoffs. Yes, sir. This one was against Lamar, just showing that I could track the ball, track hip,
Yeah.
near hip. This was against New Caney. Yes, no, New Caney. Just showing, got a little power.
Yep.
I may look little, but I'm still hit. This was against Westside. Got a turnover on this play.
Nice.
This play, Memorial. Memorial. Got me a little sack.
Blow up the mesh point. I like that in the zone read.
Yes, sir. This play, quarterback. We were dropping. It was supposed to be a pass drop, but it turned into a quick step. This one was against Brenham. I was supposed to blitz, but due to the fact that he came hit me, running back came in my hole, stuffed the hole.
I'm going to stop it right there. I mean, a couple of things that stand out to me as a former linebacker and coach. I love the way you tackle, JP. I mean, you see a lot of kids, they want to hit and they stop their feet and hope that the impact brings the ball carrier down. And I love that I see when you make contact, your feet start driving, you're taking guys backwards for tackle for loss. Talk to us about your tackling mentality as a linebacker.
My tackling mentality as a linebacker has always been move your feet because if you stop your feet, he has more momentum than you
Right.
do. So if the more you drive your feet, then you're gonna help yourself make the tackle. That's all I always
Yeah.
thought. Always finish through him. Don't just stop right there. Finish through.
Yeah. Great tacklers always talk about their eyes, their shoulders, their hips, exploding their hips, and then driving those feet and wrapping the ball carrier up. And you do a good job of that. The other thing that
Thank
I'm
you.
impressed with is your speed off the edge. Talk to us about the importance of that first step, and then also being able to get back in pass coverage too, which you've shown.
Oh man, the speed off the edge, that's a God-given talent. I've been doing that since Little League. Since I can remember. I've just always been good coming off the edge,
Mm-hmm.
getting a 45-degree leaning into the offensive lineman. And pass drop, I just started doing it this year. Like that was my first year doing it. My Coach Fred Viscar, he helped me build that up. And sir, Coach Nicholas McCoy from Heights, they helped me
Okay.
build that up.
Well, hopefully that's one of the things you'll add to your repertoire of the senior season here coming up is that to show that you can drop, get in the flats, drop in the hook curl, and then take any running backs or tight ends man to man because that's only going to elevate your recruiting here going forward. Let's switch gears here and talk about your GPA, very strong 2.9. Tell these coaches the importance that you put on your academics.
Oh man, it's heavily in this house. It is heavily stressed that you have to have good grades. Otherwise, no pass, no play. My mom does not play about grades. I tell you, she almost had me sit out one game, man. It's crazy. But I believe that too. I need to be more strong on myself about my grades. I could have a 3.0, no, 3.1, 3.2. Could have done better. But my
Okay.
sophomore year, I did hurt myself. So I put that on me, not even there.
Okay. What are some of your favorite subjects in school? Are you a math, science, English, reading guy? What do you like?
Uh, probably science.
Okay.
I just find science really interesting. Math never been my strong suit, but
Hmm.
science, I love it because it's
Okay.
hands. I like hands on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then have you thought about or have you made a decision on what you're going to major in when you get to college?
when I get to college, I've decided to major in psychology
Okay.
because I just like helping people with their
Mhm.
problems and talking them through stuff. I've just always done that since I was little. I always done that. Help my little cousins and stuff.
Okay. Let's fast forward. You have a 3 or 4 great years in college, and after whenever football's over, what do you want to do with your life after football?
When I get done with football, I want to start a little Pop Warner team, maybe.
Okay.
Get some kids, off the streets, give them
Yeah.
something to do. Because I know some kids go home, and it's not really a home; it's more of like a den or a prison. So I
Right.
just want them to come out the streets and give them something positive to do.
Okay. I like that. Take this chance right now. Is there a teacher, advisor, counselor, APs, or somebody at your school that you want to shout out that's helped you keep you on the straight and narrow when it comes to your grades?
Shout out to Coach Fred Viscara. That man does not play about grades. I came with a 79 one time. He said, JP, what is this? You got to do better. I was like, yes, sir, you're right. And that same day we came in, I think we had weights. Woo! He made me do some stuff, man. But yeah, he does not play about grades because he believes that without grades, you're nothing.
Right.
You can always play football. Football is nothing, but at the end of it, football stops. Education can keep going. Your brain keeps going.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Well, I feel and I agree with Coach. At the end of the day, I've always said this to all the players that I help across the country. Football should be an enabler to get a college education and a degree to set you up for the rest of your life. If we don't do that, then it's just a game. So I
yes,
love that you
sir.
said that. Tell me, when you talked about your grades and the teachers that have helped you, what would you? Oh no, I wanted to ask you about. I know COVID-19 took away all the SAT and ACT testing.
Yeah.
Have you rescheduled taking the SAT or the ACT yet?
I haven't rescheduled yet, but I will do it soon.
Okay.
I will do it soon.
All right. So we'll look for getting an update from you on that. 'Cause the college coach will want to see, along with the GPA, they want to see that test score. So I know you know how important that is. Changing gears up here a little bit. Tell me about your strengths as a linebacker and some of the things you're working on going into your senior year.
Some of my strengths, I think, is pass rushing, speed off the ball, hand-eye coordination, which is important when you're doing moves.
Mm-hmm.
My hips could use work. My feet could use some work.
Okay.
Power, power could always be something crazy. And just more IQ about the game.
Okay.
You can always increase your IQ about the game.
Okay. That's fair. Well, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, JP. You have good size, 6 foot 215, which is about the size I was when I graduated. What height and weight do you think you'll be by the time you graduate this time next year?
By the time I graduate, I'll probably be around 6'1", 230.
Okay, that's good size going in. And then moving to the next level in college, do you see yourself being more of an outside linebacker DN or possibly moving inside as you get bigger and stronger?
Uh, right now, I possibly see myself as strong safety.
Okay, all right.
Mm,
So you're starting to work in playing in space a little bit more, work on your back pedal, that kind of stuff with Coach Boogie?
yes, sir.
Okay, I like that.
Coverage, yes, sir.
Okay, I mean, because you take your size at safety and you can run around and you're going to cause havoc because of your physical ability and your great tackling and ball skills. So that's exciting to hear. I know coaches will want to know that. Tell me a little bit about. Let's talk about recruiting. Who are you hearing from? Who do you want to hear from? And what's been your recruiting experience so far?
I've heard from Pitt State in Kansas. They've been
Mm-hmm.
hitting me heavy. Coach George Sanders and Coach Jody Owens. They've been taking. I'm sorry. I
That's
don't
good.
know what that is. Who else? I heard from Wyoming,
Okay.
Bethel. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Who do you want to hear from? Who are you hoping to hear from that you're going to send this video out to?
I'm hoping to hear from Southern,
Okay.
TSU, just HBCUs in general. I just
Okay.
love the atmosphere of HBCU.
Okay. Well, I will get a list from you of what schools you want to hear from. I'll definitely help you out with that and get you in front of them. That's big time. Um, Tell me this: what do you know now that you wish you knew as a freshman coming into Houston Heights?
What do I know now? It's big boy ball.
Yeah.
Can't take it lightly.
Right.
You cannot take it lightly because
Yeah.
my freshman year, sophomore year, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a breeze. I got hit by the offensive tackle. I was like, never again. I think that happens to every football player. They just have that one moment
Yeah.
when they realize this is not a joke, this is real.
Right.
I just needed that humbling experience, and I'm glad I had it. It changed my game.
Okay. Tell me, JP, what motivates you to be the best player, but the best student athlete you can be? Is it a person? Is it your mom, your family? Who motivates you to be the best you can be?
My family and my mom, my dad. My dad passed when I was 12, so ever
I'm
since
sorry to hear
then, that's
that.
just been my inspiration. My mom's
Hmm.
been my inspiration. My little cousins, I don't want to fail them because I know they look up to me because I have no siblings, so I know they look up to me heavily,
Okay.
and I just want to be the best influence I can be on them.
Okay. I can respect that. Tell me, do you have a criteria in place of what you're looking for from a school when you make your decision? Is it going to be distance from home, culture, scheme, family atmosphere? What's important to you in picking your college?
All that. I need to feel at home when I'm not at home. I need to know that the coaches will have my back, even though I'm going through something. I need to know that the atmosphere, the distance from home, just in case something happens. So all that plays a part into it.
Okay. College coaches always want to understand a player's relationship with their high school coaches. Tell us a little bit about your experience or your relationship with your position coach and your head coach.
My position coach, we are close. It's like my big brother to me. I can always talk to him about anything, if anything's happening. He checks on me every now and then, asks me what's going on. Coach Dixon, that's like an uncle. He was like the uncle at the barbecue, just always just making people laugh, having fun. But when you get on his bad side, it's crazy. I'd
Okay.
rather just stay on the good side.
All right, I can respect that. I met Coach Dixon the first time at the Baylor camp last summer. Really good guy. You guys have a good man in charge of the program there, so that's exciting to hear. Let's get to know you a little bit more about you personally. What are your interests when you're not working out and getting ready and playing football? What do you like to do in your spare time? You like to hunt, fish, get out in the lake, out in the water? What do you do in your spare time?
Spare time, I paint, write a
Okay,
little bit, listen to music, some old school music like Lenny Williams or something like that.
I respect that.
Uh, what else do I do? I don't go fishing as much because I'm allergic to fish. So
Hmm.
sometimes I just sit out in the backyard and just chill.
Okay. Are you a big video game guy? Are you a Madden or 2K guy or Call of Duty or Fortnite or no?
Uh, my mom would tell you say I am, but I don't think I am. I don't play the game as much. She think I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about apps? Teenagers spend a lot of time on their phones. I mean, you have a favorite app? Are you a Twitter guy, Instagram, TikTok? What?
Twitter. I stay on Twitter a lot just to see what's going around in the world, see what's happening. I'm not really on Instagram or TikTok as much, but Twitter, you will see me on there all day, every day.
Okay. And then you mentioned your music choices. Give me some of your favorite artists. Who do you listen to pregame to get you hype before a game?
Pre-game, who do I listen to pre-game? NBA YoungBoy is one. Who else? Chief Keef. Oof, it's crazy. I listen to a lot of music
Okay.
before pregame. Sometimes I listen to gospel,
All
Kirk
right.
Franklin, all of that. I listen to a lot.
Okay. And then tell me, pregame, are you allowed? You like a guy that likes to get hype, bang your head against the locker room, or you like to be chill and kind of make sure you're going through your assignments in your head? Which type are you in pregame?
I am the most quietest person before games, believe it or not. Like people be thinking, like, did we leave JP on the bus? Did we leave him at school? No, I'm just right here, just chilling, just thinking what's gonna happen,
Okay.
praying before the game and stuff.
All right. We mentioned earlier we're starting to come out and open up from COVID-19. As you get back to hanging out with your friends, maybe your girlfriend, when you get out, what's your shoe game looking like? Are you a big shoe guy or no?
I just bought some shoes today. I just bought some today. I bought some Adidas Boost for
Okay.
180. 180, I just think, believe it, man.
Okay.
Crazy.
Comfortable shoes. I got a pair myself. All right. Tell me a little bit about I consider you kind of an underrated recruit right now. Who else on your team do you feel college coaches should be looking at?
Um, Darius Howard is one. Brian McDaniel. Who else? I think that's it. Those
Okay.
two. Those two. They pushing me to my limits in the weight room.
Okay.
They are mine. Yeah. Those two should be heavily recruited.
On the other side, tell me who was the best lineman you faced last year, the best player you faced last year that you want to shout out that you show respect for their game.
Ah, ooh, I got to think about this one. The quarterback for West Side.
Okay. You remember his name?
I don't remember his name, but I
Okay.
know he was like a little Michael Vick out there. Just crazy.
Okay. That's
Give him
good.
his
That's good.
props.
Hey, tell me as a linebacker, who do you pad your game off of? Is there a college or pro player you're like, hey, I'm trying to make my game look like that? Who do you look up to and who do you try and pad your game off of?
Jalen Smith from the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
I try to model my game after him because I can kind of see myself in him because he's quick, but he
Right.
also has the power. And yeah,
Okay. Tell me, when did you first start playing football? What age? And then when did you fall in love with playing football?
I started playing football 8 years old, I want to
Okay.
say, and I fell in love with the game when I was 10. I fell in love with the game after that because I started craving it. It was like I had to do it. I got to do it. I just love the game so much. I just started getting into it. I started watching videos on YouTube, how to perfect the craft, and yeah.
Okay. JP, tell me, when was that moment? What year was it when you said, hey, I can play this game at the next level in college? Was there a moment? What year were you in high school? Or when did you get that moment?
Mm, Probably my freshman year.
Okay.
My freshman year hit. I was like, this could be a game changer.
And then tell me, you're a good athlete, obviously, good size. What other sports? You basketball, baseball, track, lacrosse, soccer. What else do you do besides football?
I'll run track, run
Okay.
a 200 to 200 4x2.
All right. Tell me what? How does track make you a better football player?
Form,
Yep.
keeping your form,
Yeah.
speed, just saying mentally intact. I'll
Okay.
say that.
All right. A lot of coaches want to understand, to be successful as an athlete, we all deal with adversity. And I think I may know the answer to this question based on what you told us about your father earlier. But tell us about a time, either personally or dealing with football, where you had to overcome some type of adversity.
Yeah, with my father, that
Yeah.
was hard for me. It was something I had to build to get strong with because I was playing football at the time and it was hard. It was really hard for me, but I came through.
Yeah.
Glad I did.
Is that something that motivates you now as you go into your senior year playing for your father?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That
Awesome.
and my aunt, she passed away 2 years ago from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those two always in my head and my heart when I
Okay.
play the game.
I can respect that. Tell me a little bit about people who have had a positive influence on you. Could be family members, could be non-family. Who's had a positive impact in your life?
Positive would be Coach Stephon Johnson, my uncle, my coaches, all my coaches through my years. They just really helped me become a better young man than what I would have been.
Okay. JP, how would you tell these coaches? How would you define yourself as a competitor?
How do I define myself? I do not like to lose. I
Okay.
hate losing. Hate it.
Okay. And then also tell us, what is it that drives you to be the best you can be on the field and off?
What drives me? Me. I have to push myself because
Okay.
if I don't push myself, no one will. So
Okay.
I have to push myself.
All right. Tell me, JP, how do you define leadership and how do you plan to lead your team this year as a senior?
Leadership is not done by saying, it's also done with actions. And how do I, what was the second question? I'm sorry.
How do you plan on leading as a senior this year on your team?
I plan on leading the team by showing them the right way to go by things, to push them to their limits, to push them to the max, and just bringing the team together as a family, as one.
Okay. College coaches will also want to know what type of learning style works best for you. Are you a verbal learner, visual, or physical?
Physical. I am a
Okay.
physical learner.
So you want somebody to kind of show you how to do it, push you through it, and then you'll learn it and go from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me about what you do in your community to give back. Are you involved with your church? Are you involved with some boys and girls clubs? What do you do to give back to your community?
I am involved with my church. We feed the homeless and help them. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Help them give, their things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Tell me a little bit about, obviously being a successful student athlete causes sacrifice. Tell us some of the things that you've had to sacrifice to be the best student athlete you can be. Hanging out with your
I've
friends,
had
partying,
to,
what?
yeah, friends, most
Yeah.
definitely friends. Because some friends aren't good friends, but it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
Okay. As we finish up here, tell me, and this is a question the coach will ask you, why do you think your game translates to the college level?
Why do I think my game translates to college level? My game translates to the college level. I'm fast, I'm physical. I will not give up on the play until the whistle has blown.
Okay. And then lastly, as we finish up here, I talked to you earlier about an elevator pitch in the business terms. Elevator pitch is you get 30 seconds in front of somebody important like these coaches. In 30 seconds, tell these coaches why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to that program.
You should recruit me because I am the hardest working kid that you will ever meet. I am humble, I am coachable, and I will push myself to the limits. I will push myself beyond the barrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what else? What are you going to bring to a program, maybe away from football, to make them proud to be an ambassador or a graduate from that university?
I plan on getting my PhD,
Okay.
my doctorates.
Yep.
I just wanna make it. Yeah, so I just wanna be big, leave my mark on the world.
I love it. Okay, man. Well, hey, you know what, JP? I appreciate you. It's good to finally meet you. Talking with Coach Johnson about you, he says a lot of great things about you. I'm glad you came on the show and told your story. We'll get your name in this video out in front of coaches. Continue to be safe, and we'll see you during the season here coming up in the fall. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank
All right,
you
man.
for
Be
having
blessed.
me.
All right.
You too.